My fantastic Scorpios, and welcome to your reading, darlings. Sun, Moon, and Rising. And this is a timeless reading. So let's go ahead and take a look at what you, my amazing Scorpios, need to know at this particular moment. Okay, it's time for pleasure. It's time for pleasure you can't measure. So for quite a few of you, there's lack of physical intimacy, lack of pleasure, lack of sensual pleasure. And it's been a little bit of a block. It's been a little bit of a bother. There's a message for you, my darlings, that right now you might not realize how heavily you are affected by that lack of pleasure. Maybe lately it's been all about, work, all about worries, all about healing, all about money, all about whatever. But there's lack of pleasure. They're showing me this straight away. The second chakra is like, seems like you have forgotten about me, darling. Yeah. So we're talking about, like I said, sensual pleasures, physical intimacy, things that give you oxytocin, physical touch. We're talking about sports. We're talking about dancing. We're talking about, things that have to do with human connection as well. So, they're telling me all tied up. So some of you might have been even having issues with your reproductive system. I'm not going to go too much into it. This is not a medical reading, but you know what I mean. So maybe, certain knots, issues with your lymph nodes, some sort of discomfort. But they're telling me that healing is on the way. Healing is on the way. Door to personal healing and happiness. That you're going to find a way to cut the cords. Some sort of, they're showing me interesting exercises, dancing, rituals, doing whatever. Look at this. You guys, indecision when it comes to love, indecision when it comes to being chosen. You're going through a lot. But also your fourth chakra right now, I feel like it's just about to open up. These two are connected when we're talking about you. So I want to say, for some of you, you felt like it's either sex or it's love. And you couldn't find, when we're talking about relationships, you couldn't find words both. You couldn't find words both. But you don't want one without the other. So you're like, you know what? I'm not going to date. It's just one big disappointment over there. And also, you might be communicating with somebody, but also this person makes you feel that it's either physical, either it's emotional. And you're stuck in between because for you, both have to be present. Both have to be present. Giving you anxiety over here. You might be questioning a lot of things right now. And I feel like the weather influences you a lot, my dears. Like if it's a sunny day, you feel good. If it's, dark and rainy and cold, it really gets you down. It might even affect your physical health. And there's a lot of things that are added to your anxiety. But what I'm saying is that the universe is going to show you abundance. The universe is going to show you abundance. It's not just going to be one or the other. It's going to be two with a little extra on the side. Because the cornucopia energy is now coming your way. And those are not just empty promises. This is something you're going to be able to feel, see, experience, enjoy. It's the energy of abundance, literally. And again, my darlings, I'm not going to be surprised if you tried to work on your chakras, on your energy centers, because they keep on bringing this up and they keep on bringing this up. There's a very big attachment to the old you, attachment to the old fears, anxiety that keeps on coming up and coming up and coming up. And maybe you've been praying to Archangel Michael. Maybe you've been praying to Archangel Raphael. Maybe you've been praying to Archangel Ariel. Maybe for some of you it's also Archangel Metatron. But here they're saying you're attached to the old fears. You're attached to the old idea where you have to choose either or. And now you're detaching. Now you're detaching. Because before it was unsafe. Before it was unsafe. Now you're safe. Now you are safe. Look at this. A man holding a coin. Hello. Hello, man holding a coin. Talk to us. Here what I'm going to say, this is specifically for my lovely ladies, that your partner is going to be quite wealthy. You're most likely going to meet your partner while traveling, and you're going to build a happy family with this particular person. Because here what I'm getting is a man who's a provider, who's a protector, and who is a provider. And you're most likely going to relocate. It's as if they're saying the main thing for you is the choice that you make right now. My amazing Scorpios, that indecision is stopping you from going into anywhere. You gotta decide, and you decide that it's this energy of being attached to the old pattern, or you are not settling for less. You're taking a risk. And you're winning. You're winning that energy of happy family, where it's physical intimacy and pleasure, where it's about love, where it's about respect, where it's about communication, where it's about taking a risk and trusting again. Yes, I know. Very difficult to trust again. But this is what the cards are saying, that right now you have to make an important decision, and your future depends on that decision. And it's not just about saying that you make that decision. Look, caring connections and the financial constraints, it's about actually following through. It's about doing whatever needs to be done in order for you to fully detach. So that you go through with the healing and that you don't get stuck. Because here they're telling me again, end of financial constraints. End of feeling like you have to choose. Because here we have somebody coming in with the coin and with the heart. Yeah? Somebody who's gonna care. Somebody with whom you can build a happy family with. Without any compromises. And it's actually a very spiritual connection. Look at this. This is very interesting. They're saying, look, the angel of love. Oh my God, the angel of love. There's so much about love over here, my amazing Scorpios. You have so much love to give, but you don't want to give it to the wrong person, obviously, yeah? But you have a lot of love to give. And they're saying, ask your guardian angels to show you the way. And ask your guardian angels for courage, so that you go in that direction when you're shown this direction. It's another big thing. Because sometimes we're shown the way, but we don't go that way. We go the way that we know. But that's not right for us. That's not right for us anymore. Because they're showing me strong attachment to the limiting beliefs that make you feel like you can't move an inch. Because not to decide is also a decision. So they're saying, make that incredibly important decision right now with all of your heart. Knowing that you can handle the consequences. Knowing that you've gone so far and you've handled everything. Gracefully or not so much. But you did, nevertheless. So trust the divine wisdom over here. And detach. Detach. That's so important. Yeah, you've been waiting for too long. See, patience came through in reverse. This is not patience anymore. This is prolonging. Prolonging. Delaying. Time to get back out into the world. The third chakra, the confidence. There's a lot of things about the confidence. And I want to say, you know what? You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are enough. You know, all of those things. And it comes from that inner belief. It doesn't come from repeating those things 250,000 times. It comes from you knowing it. You dealing with whatever is making you feel like that's not the truth. And that's the key over here. Because if you believe in something, you don't have to repeat it 25 million times. You just know. And that knowledge, that wisdom, comes from a healed heart, comes from detachment, and comes from your decision to be happy, to be loved, and to take a risk. Okay, my amazing Scorpios, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope it resonated. It was nice and deep. Gave you a lot to think about in those 10 minutes, right? All right, if you're up for a personal reading, my darlings, all you gotta do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading. In that same place, you'll find the link to my Patreon page with over 200 exclusive videos. Actually, 250 now. Additional discounts and much, much more, so make sure to check it out. Guys, take care now. Bye.